Hey, so this video is getting a little out of hand when I was editing it, so I split it into two. The first part's the introduction and samples with my Mesa Boogie. The second part is samples with my Ignator. So skip ahead to the relevant part to you, and thanks for sticking around.
Hello, in this episode I'll be talking about my new toy, a Two Notes Audio Engineering Torpedo Captor, 8 ohm, because my shit's 8 ohms and I don't want to get 4 ohms or 16 ohms, I get 8. As always, once again, or something, I am Alex Grimm, and welcome to my internet. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. It is a little chunky. It's not bulletproof, but you know, it's made of metal and you could probably drop it. You probably shouldn't. This also comes with Two Notes Wall of Sound software, which is a big, you know, speaker, microphone, I think to some extent amplifier emulator. So on to the hardware. Yeah, so on the top, I guess, I don't know, you've got your input. You can plug anything up to 100 watts RMS. You know, your triple rectifiers and your 200 watt RectOVerbs might be a little much, but most of us are fine. And then you've got speaker outs. You've got a through that just doesn't do anything, and then you've got a 20 dB attenuation, so you can use this as like a hot plate kind of thing. The fun stuff's on this side. You've got a dry line out. It looks like it's a balanced 1/4 inch cable. It's a TRS cable. That's just the raw signal going from your amp into the box, out the other end, you know, unprocessed. And then you've got your XLR out, which can either be dry, just like that, or you've got built-in guitar or bass cabinet emulation. More about that momentarily. You've also got an output level to kind of trim it. You know, I so far have been leaving it at noon with excellent results. You got ground lift if you're getting noise, and you've got a 180 degree phase switch if you're combining the signal from this with a microphone and having a hard time getting it to sound right. So you've also got a power input, which is to power the DI part, I assume. I don't think you need power to make the pad, you know, the attenuator part work. Doesn't make sense because you're cranking power through it. You know, 9 volts to 24 volts, it says center negative, so literally any power supply adapter. Or you can just run it off a phantom power off your board, which is what I've been doing because that's real easy. I'm splitting this into I have 2 amps that I use mostly. I've got my Mesa Boogie Single Rectifier combo from like 93 or whenever, and then I've got an Ignator tweaker that I use for more like rocky stuff. And so first we'll talk about the Mesa and show you a little song I put together for that, and then we'll talk about the Ignator, show you a little song I put together for that. You know, we'll go through a bunch of sound clips. I've got like 21 sound clips I'm going to subject you to, so be prepared for that. Yeah, so first off, talk about the Mesa. I've got clean and dirty. So we're doing first raw, and then through the guitar cabinet, and then through the bass cabinet on the box, and then we'll also talk about the included Wall of Sound software, which I failed to mention earlier, unless I go back and edit it so it sounds like I did. Okay, so with my Mesa, let's check out some clips. We got clean, 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 and dirty, dirty, dirty. Yeah, so these sound clips, I used my Ibanez RGT with just the stock INF pickups, which I don't know anything about. I think they're ceramic mostly. They sound pretty good. So for the dirty stuff, it's just bridge sound, and for the clean stuff, it's this like second position, which is the neck pickup in parallel instead of series, and it kind of has a real nice clean sound that I like a lot. Yeah, for the song, it's this guitar, just the neck pick or just the bridge pickup, and that's it. So here they are. In my opinion, the cleans kind of translate well, sort of no matter what switch you have this thing set to. I mean, they have different characters, but I think even the raw channel, or sound rather, has an application. Probably the bass might be my favorite of the three, but it's a little deeper, but I think they all sound pretty good. With the dirties, I think we'll all agree the raw is nearly unlistenable. The bass is absurdly muddy, and the guitar is okay. I threw some EQ on those so you can hear that what that sounds like. So here you go. I think both of those are a lot better than they were, and that's good. I think that's encouraging, because if you're using it in a live application, like you're taking a DI out, if the guy on the soundboard can work an EQ reasonably well, he or she can, make it sound pretty good. So let's check out the wall of sound, the digital cabinet emulation. So for both the dirty and the clean on this amp, I just used the rectifier cabinet model, and I think I just put an SM57 on it with the settings pretty much straight up. I'll take a picture and throw it up there so you guys can see, but I didn't get real deep with it. In the song I did later at the end of the video, I actually did fuck around with a lot more and kind of did 2 microphones and spent a lot more time on it. One thing you might have noticed, having just listened to that, is there's just so much low end, and that's just because I plugged the amp into the box the way I normally have the amp set up, and in my room it sounds good to have a lot of bass on it, but through the box it's a little much. So here's a track, here's the same track with just basically a low cut on it. And I think that sounds a lot better. For the song, I actually just rolled the bass way back to kind of make it sound the same, and it works really well. So here is the Mesa Boogie song.